Hello everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am maymaygonda, a 4th year BS Pharmacy student in the University of Makati. Wow, it has been a while since I posted this type of videos, right? You know, I've been reviewing and internship stuff, But before we start, I would like to tell you that we reached 1,000 subscribers. I'm so happy. Thank you very much guys for all the support to this channel and to my other works, my Facebook page, which is a dance Facebook page. Speaking of dance, I also had a dance collaboration with AKACL, which we shoot a dance cover of 11 by Ive. If you're interested with that, I will also link that in the description below. I also want to thank the people who told me that I am blooming. I don't think I'm supposed to bloom because I'm stressed, but thank you anyway. And also, they said that I improved in talking to a non-living thing, which is this camera, which I'm pretty sure I'm not also. Without further ado, let's keep on rolling. A very big disclaimer, guys. All that I will say is just a personal experience. I have no intention in defaming University of Makati in any way, okay? I need that disclaimer. I need you to think that this is all just my personal experiences and my personal opinion. Offline and online classes is a totally different thing, right? What more internship? I personally have a lot of rants regarding this issue, but there are things that I just can't handle or out of my control. If I will sound that I like face-to-face, well, it is what it is. We should admit that somehow face-to-face is still better than online. So we will go with our first topic, which is classes. Currently, there are two types of classes in UMak. We have synchronous and asynchronous, I think, in all university naman. In synchronous class, you will meet your professor. Asynchronous class is when they will let you watch a recorded video or they will give you a asynchronous activity which you need to pass. Does asynchronous and synchronous classes being followed? My answer is no. There are circumstances that some professors just don't attend synchronous class, or maybe they will switch synchronous and asynchronous class. Can you see this face? Yes, I'm annoyed with that because I believe that professors and students alike, vice versa, should respect each other's time, right? There are schedules for a reason. I get this question a lot. Ate, when I go to pharmacy in UMak, is it very hectic yung schedule? Can I still do part-time jobs? Do they respect religious holidays, or do they do some consideration if you will be absent because of a religious matter? I think this will be like a little controversial, but here's my answer. In pharmacy, there is a Saturday and Sunday class. It will depend on the schedule that will be given by the university because you will enroll in the University of Makati and then they will generate the schedule for you, regardless if it is a major or minor subject. Major subjects are more of flexible because the class or the professor can make an agreement when they will meet. Like they can request each other, maybe they can move it a little. But minor subject is not much flexible because one, the professor in minor subjects are usually outside of the college, meaning they are harder to approach and they also teach more classes compared to major subjects. In terms of religious, I honestly do not have idea. For me, I don't see much students who are asking for it. But I do think naman that if you have a valid reason and it's not like always Saturday, they can give you consideration. But again, I am not sure. If you are in pharmacy, I guess you can do some freelancing. But for me, part-time job is quite a little bit different. During face-to-face classes, I had classmates who do part-time jobs and I can see the exhaustion physically and mentally to them, yung burden to them. Kasi very hectic yung schedule ng pharmacy. And you know, face-to-face class, physical exhaustion, like you need to show up and stuff. Mahirap talaga. But I think ngayong online, it is much more feasible to do part-time jobs and even freelancing. This online setup is much easier for those type of student. Number 2, professors. spicy. Professors in UMak are great. Wow, sip-sip. But they are. Yes, we will encounter professors that do not give much attention to some of their classes, but at least in my experience, it is kinda rare. Number 3, internship. Well, sadly in our college, our internship is online. I'm a 4th year student, so aside from board exam review, aka didactics, the only thing that I do is internship. So I am jumping from company to company every like 2 months. I do process like real cases or I do some real thing stuff, but mostly the institutions just do a class or webinar type of internship, which is very sad actually. But we all know the reason, right? It's COVID-19, there are limitations given. But yeah, hoping for the best next semester. Hoping na madi-deploy na kami sa hospital or sa manufacturing company just to see the real stuff. And also, hindi lang University of Makati. Actually, when we go to an institution na pinag-internan namin, there are also CEU students, schools from Visayas and Mindanao. Meaning, hindi lang siya University of Makati. There are like really limitations sa internship ngayon all over the Philippines. I also received one comment from Precious Gel Villanos. Hi, ate! I'm a first-year pharmacy student and I always watch your videos and get inspired because of it. And I also wonder po about your experience. Thank you, Precious. So, how does it feel po? Strict po ba pagdating sa intern? And nakasalalay po ba ng grade sa intern kung gagraduate ka? I hope you answered this po. First of all, thank you, Precious, for the message and the question. My answer is yes and yes. It is somehow strict because you are being handled by an outside institution or outside company. So they will treat you like an employee and they expect you to be competent. For the question if nakasalalay ba sa internship if makakagraduate ka, yes, because your internship will also be the grades that your institution will give to you will also reflect to the grades in University of Makati. Kasi parang it's a subject and then they will just give the grades to the professor who are handling the internship in your school and then yun pa rin magre-reflect sa grades mo. And also in the board exam, it is a requirement yung completion of internship. So if hindi mo na complete yung internship, hindi ka makakapag-board exam. My tip is just do your best as an intern and make a good impression to the company where you are in. Number 4, facilities. Well, for a student who is paying just 1,500 per semester, the facilities in University of Makati is great, superb. In allied health courses, we have 2 simulated hospitals, so that is in 7th floor and then in 9th floor. I made a mini tour in University of Makati. I will link that here. You can watch it in my channel. We also have multiple laboratories, pharmacy laboratories. We have a central lab. In equipment, I admit that we lack some of the equipments because our equipment in pharmacy cost millions. Kasi it's not just a replica, it's a real thing during manufacturing, like a dissolution tester, spectrophotometry, autoclave, etc. like that. We do have that stuff, pero yung mga big equipment, we don't have that. But sadly, we cannot use them right now because online. And while we are in that topic of facilities, I would like to sing it. Laboratories. In pharmacy, we need laboratory during class. So how do we do it right now? The answer is we don't. And that is what I miss really during face-to-face classes. I consider myself so lucky because I was able to experience even 2 years of a face-to-face. But right now, it's more of manuals. It's theoretical, like you need to search for the result. And I think that's just quote-unquote boring and it's just harder to absorb. Biruin nyo, I can still remember that saponin can cause foam, and the example of that is gugo. Because we did that experiment. We did titration, inoculation, dissection of frog. We supposed to also dissect a mouse ata ng pharmacology, but we were not able to do that because online na yun. But at least we did those kind of stuff in anatomy. We also did moving exams, making dosage forms like suppositories, tablets, capsules, etc. You know, when you just do it, it's just easier to absorb and remember things. That is why I posted in my community tab in my channel that I want to have a face-to-face study group because I crave for that human interaction. My motivation is going low. So if you're interested, if you're a fourth year BS Pharmacy student also, looking for a group study around the area of Makati and Taguig, we are here, you can join. Next is UMak Transaction. Before, offline transaction is brutal. Like, all the lines, mataray na staff. I am happy with the online transaction right now. I find it easy to follow and reasonable for safety measures. My tip is just always go to the UMak Facebook page for latest guidelines and announcements. Whenever you will be sending an email, compress everything in one email. It should be formal and it contains all the information that they need to process your concern. For face-to-face transaction right now, you will need to set an appointment in umak.edu.ph and must be fully vaccinated. Wow, UMak should pay me for this, right? Well, I'm happy to help with our future herons and farmates. So that will be all for this vlog. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, please do comment down below and I will be happy to answer those in my next video. Thank you again for your support and love. Bye-bye!